This is WVII 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois.
And I'm Beth Jones. First tonight, well, there may not have been too much digging out to do after that last round of winter weather, but it seems more is heading our way.
And with that, let's turn things over to Conrad Sapinski with a first look at our forecast.
Thank you so much, Beth and Peter. Our first weather today is brought to you by Kings Mountain RC. Check out our new location on South Main Street in Brewer. Another cold start to the day. Temperatures were only in the single digits here in town. Look at Millinocket, 10 below zero. Wow, it was frigid outside today. It pretty much rebounded nicely. Of course, it is winter. We have around 3 inches of snow here in town. A lot more on the way this week. Millinocket coming in with over a foot of snow in town there. All right, so right now we do have some increase in clouds. This is ahead of another low pressure system moving in. That's going to arrive by tomorrow. We do actually have some winter weather advisories out till around 9 a.m. on Wednesday. And look at that. Winter storm warnings in effect till 4 a.m. on Wednesday. That's going to be in and around the Portland area in the southern part of the state where a lot more snow will be accumulating. Over 6 inches of snow will be possible. Tonight, though, for us, we're going to continue to cool off. Temperatures will be back into the single digits and teens with increasing clouds. Beth and Peter?
All right, thanks so much, Conrad. We'll check back in a little bit for the full look.
Indeed, in the in other news tonight, the manslaughter trial of a Brewer man accused in the killing of his infant son began today. Our A.J. Douglas heard from the defense attorney who argues doctors rushed to an inaccurate cause of death.
Monday, during opening statements, the prosecution and defense attorneys shared details surrounding the day Jaden Harding abruptly stopped breathing at only 6 weeks old.
Ronald Harding did not injure his son, and he did not kill his son. He is innocent.
She cradled Jaden and then handed him to Ronald Harding in the living room. She did not know that that would be the last time. Kayla, believing that Jaden was safe in his father's care.
Kayla Hartley, the mother of Jaden Harding, described Jaden as fine and being a normal baby. Yet in the matter of minutes, a routine school night getting her older children ready for bed, turning into a night spent at Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center in Bangor. Defense attorney William Ash says hospital notations indicate Jaden had trouble breathing in the days leading to his traumatic death.
Before we resort to pointing to the parent, every medical stone should be turned over, and in this case it wasn't.
Jaden was pronounced brain dead June 1st, 2021. Multiple medical professionals testified at the Penobscot Judicial Center in Bangor that Jaden suffered bleeding inside the brain, causing him to become unresponsive, determining that Jaden experienced brainstem dysfunction due to non-accidental shaken impact.
The doctors who tried to save Jaden's life will tell you that Jaden died of a devastating brain injury. The question is, how does a baby go in seconds from alert and healthy to unresponsive and limp?
The defense continues to argue that doctors did not consider any other possible causes for death and have wrongfully accused his client. In Bangor, A.J. Douglas, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The Maine Warden Service shared new photos of the two Topsom women that were found after they went missing on February 22nd. On Saturday, the wardens used aircraft, trucks, and snowmobiles to cover the area where the women were last seen. By Sunday, they had expanded south and east, and at around 4 p.m., Game Warden Brad Richard located their vehicle as he traveled by snowmobile. 51-year-old Kimberly Pushard and 50-year-old Angela Bussell of Topsom were safely located in their SUV near Nicatoas Lake in T40MD. Members of the Maine Warden Service escorted Pushard and Bussell to receive medical services, but no injuries have been reported at this time.
Well, emergency crews were called to the scene of a car crash in front of Brewer High School just after 1 o'clock this afternoon. Brewer police say a car driven by Robert Cameron pulled out of the high school parking lot, hitting an oncoming car. The driver of the oncoming car was transported to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Cameron was treated at the scene. Investigators at the scene say Cameron will be cited for pulling out into traffic.
The Piscataquis County Emergency Management Agency recently received some new life-saving tools. The county applied for Homeland Security grants that allowed them to purchase 18 automated external defibrillators, or AEDs. The portable life-saving devices are able to help those experiencing cardiac arrest events, and according to the emergency management director, having these units spread out through the county will make response times a whole lot faster.
You never know who's going to be closest. It could be a deputy, it might be a fire engine, or it could be in Monson. They're actually putting them up very close to doors which have keypad entries, and a lot of the town staff have those keypad numbers.
The cost of the devices totaled nearly $15,000, with all the money coming from the Department of Homeland Security. The units will be in place in the next few weeks.
Well, COVID-19 continues to affect our local health care facilities. According to Penobscot Community Health Care, a pre-audit showed a nearly $4 million financial deficit accrued in 2022. That follows a financial gain in 2021 of $200,000. Now, the healthcare company says that is due in large part to regular patient visits being down. Pre-pandemic, PCHC had about 65,000 regular patients per year. Currently, that number stands at about 60,000. The company is continuing to look at all areas of their business and working to ensure they're focused and able to meet their mission for the long term.
The Searsport wastewater facility has been awarded more than $2 million for upgrades. The announcement coming from Senators Collins, King, and Representative Golden earlier today. The funds come from the USDA's Rural Development Program, and they'll be used to change Searsport's treatment facility from a primary treatment facility to a secondary facility with tertiary treatment for disinfection. The investment will also be used to upgrade all 8 of the town's pump stations. The wastewater treatment upgrades are required to meet the conditions of the Maine Department of Environmental Protection's draft discharge permit.
We have an update now on what has been happening with the Hamden Municipal Review Committee. We talked to Michael Carroll, the executive director of the MRC, today. He let us know that the board is currently sifting through bids after a solicitation letter was sent out looking for new investors of the Hamden Waste Facility. Remember, back in January, Revere Capital Advisors was not able to complete the closing and also did not have the next financial investment for the MRC to remain on track to reopen the trash plant. So after sending out around a dozen letters to potential investors, according to Carroll, the MRC received more than half back. It is expected that the board will be able to vet the candidates and have some more concrete news by the week of March 6th. We know many towns are hopeful to have that resolved so the trash processing plant can reopen this year.
And coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, we'll have an update on what some residents in Patton are doing to try to save a church slated for demolition.
We'll also have a story about a woman who is combining her passion for art with environmental advocacy. We'll have those stories and much more as ABC 7 News at 6 continues.
It would appear that
the butler did it.
But this isn't a whodunit film.
It's a Nissan sales event ad.
Now get a low $299 per month lease on road.
Catch these offers while you can.
Making the time to be together.
Supporting local business.
Starting a college savings plan.
Expanding our brewery.
Buying our first home. Giving back any way we can.
With big offerings and local bank support, we can help in more ways that really matter.
If you're eligible for Medicare and Medicaid, a Medicare Advantage plan from Anthem Maine Health can come with all the benefits you want and zero compromises. Just go to anthemmainehealth.com/answers or call 855-753-3928 for a one-on-one Medicare plan review. Ask about our $0 monthly premium plans that include dental, vision, and hearing coverage, along with transportation, a free gym membership, and $0 copay for prescriptions, all for zero extra cost. Plus, you could be eligible for extra benefits to help you save even more. We have plans with up to $2,500 a year to help you pay for over-the-counter health items, groceries, and living expenses like cell phone, electric, or water bills, all on a single prepaid MasterCard you can use at thousands of locations nationwide. Call Anthem Maine Health at 855-753-3928 or visit anthemmainehealth.com/answers and get a Medicare Advantage plan with zero compromises for you and your wallet.
It is said that the eyes are the windows into the soul, which begs the question, can a window have a soul? At Renewal by Andersen, we think so. When it's a window forged from fibrous and over 100 years of refined craftsmanship, the essence of who we are transforms into a superior, stunningly beautiful window. So yes, a window can have a soul. For a limited time, take advantage of this great offer. Find out why we are the better way to a better window. Renewal by Andersen.
It would appear that
the butler did it.
But this isn't a whodunit film.
It's a Nissan sales event ad.
Now get a low $299 per month lease on road.
Catch these offers while you can.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back. The Levant Corner Store is now under new ownership. After 13 years of running the convenience store, Jamie and Jason Clark of Bangor announced they've sold the Levant Corner Store to new owners. In a social media post, Jamie Clark shared that it was time to focus on new endeavors.
COVID has kind of made everybody step back and think about what's really, really important. And when we started this 13 years ago, we had a 4-year-old and a newborn. And now our 4-year-old is driving and our newborn is going middle school. And we want to soak up every minute that we can.
The Clarks say they wish the new owners, Nishant and Parth Patel, all the best with the store.
Well, a local preservation committee in Patton is seeing an increase in support for keeping its local Baptist church building and making it a landmark. Our Matthew Jurancic has the story.
In wake of Patton's Select Board voting to demolish the Baptist Church, the Save the Church Preservation Committee is seeing an uptick in support in its fight to preserve the building.
I'm receiving lots of communication from people from different states, cheering us on and explaining how some of those things have happened to them and not to give up, but keep trying.
The church was built in 1845. 3 years after the town of Patton was found. The Select Board announced in September that they were going to flatten the church and replace it with a small park designated as a Veterans Memorial.
I've had several calls of people inquiring about our next meeting. It really is as if people are coming out of the woodwork.
Patton Select Board Chairman Cody Brackett says he's noticed the increase in support the group's been receiving, but has yet to see a good plan.
We're going to move forward with that. I've talked to the other board members. And unless we get some kind of major updates to show otherwise that a party has a viable plan to bring this building around and give it a really good use, they would have to do a real comprehensive plan, and present it.
Brackett says if the group can provide a way to address the problems with the church building, he'll consider their plan and see if he can work with them. As the conversation continues, Maine Historic Prevention Coordinator Michael Goebelbane says there are ways the Preservation Committee can strengthen its case to preserve the church.
Once they get it listed, one option they have is there are some grants out there that help with the preservation of these buildings.
In Patton, Matthew Jurancic reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
A woman from Bass Harbor is literally turning trash into one-of-a-kind treasures. Mariah Reading uses discarded items to create beautiful landscape paintings. As Jody Hersey tells us, the environmentalist believes she has found her calling.
I like to see this as like its second life or something, to repurpose, forgotten objects that are seen as kind of ugly, and definitely an eyesore and, contributing to pollution.
Mariah Reading is an eco-artist. She credits her artistic family with her love of painting. Her dad is an architect, her brother a muralist, and she herself is a landscape artist.
Me and my brother grew up going to Windover art camp in Newburgh, Maine, which, looking back now, really connected me with art and the outdoors.
What most people see as trash, Reading sees as an opportunity.
Paint one side of the object and leave the reverse unpainted, because I want the object to remain present, and I want people hopefully to recognize themselves within these trashed items.
Reading says there truly isn't anything that she can't use as a canvas.
You know, half cracked off buoys, all the way to, I'm painting on the inside of a car door right now, a bike seat, a saw blade back there. So I never really know what I'm going to come across, and I think that's part of the interest.
When she's not painting, Reading works as a seasonal environmental interpreter or park ranger, where she finds an unlimited amount of inspiration.
So I move from national park to national park each summer. I, for one, am nowhere near being zero waste, so I like to think of my paintings as little reminders, little, hopefully nudges to, make small changes in your life to be more sustainable.
In Bass Harbor, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Wow.
Really beautiful. Just gorgeous. That saw blade was neat.
It really was.
Yeah.
It's like it was meant to be that way.
Yeah.
And it is, because she's taking these things that otherwise would just be thrown out or forgotten about, I should say. And it's just a really unique and creative approach to turning these things into art.
And the nod to sustainability is very, very notable. These are things that would either end up in a landfill, trash bin, what have you.
Right.
And now she's turning them into something that you would want to hang on to, which is great.
Yeah, reusing. Yeah. It's really cool.
Well, still to come on ABC 7 News at 6, a school bus in Fairfield had a peculiar escort this morning.
And in sports, Maine Women's Hoops is preparing for playoffs. They host their quarterfinal matchup on Wednesday. We'll have that story right after the break.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
For the best selection in classic and contemporary furnishings, stop by Richard Parks Furniture on High Street in Ellsworth. Handcrafted New England-made bedrooms and dining rooms, imported Scandinavian recliners and upholstery, more than 40 lines of furniture for the home and patio. Richard Parks Furniture is your #1 stop for quality, functionality, and well-designed furniture at affordable prices. Richard Parks Furniture.
Discover Richard Parks.
132 High Street in Ellsworth.
Discover Richard Parks.
Looking to buy your first RV? Harvey RV and Marine offers a free starter kit with every RV and camper they sell. All the necessities to get you started and a complete orientation on all the features of your new RV. With over 150 years of combined experience outfitting RVs with the most trusted brands, hundreds to choose from, all backed by our certified technicians. Our no-pressure sales team is ready to help. So come see why our business is built on repeat customers. Harvey RV and Marine, Outer Broadway, Bangor.
This November, you'll vote on a costly scheme to radically change Maine's electric grid. Pine Tree Power would create a quasi-governmental-owned utility. It puts partisan politicians in charge of electricity and will cost Mainers $13.5 billion. It will mean higher electric bills, and proponents have no plan to improve reliability or service. Vote no on the costly electric scheme. It's a bad idea for Maine.
Come see us at R&K Variety in Hamden. R&K Variety is more than just a convenience store. With delicious homemade food made fresh daily, we offer hearty meals that don't break the bank. Whether it be our delicious chicken pot pie, our famous lasagna, or one of our savory soups, you can't go wrong at R&K Variety. Looking for a drink after work? R&K Variety is an agency liquor store with an impressive selection. R&K Variety, more than just a convenience store. We're your neighbor, chef, barista, and friend. Stop by today.
We know your life is busy. You have a lot to do. And like you, the news doesn't stop. So when you are ready for us, we'll be ready for you. WVII.com.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Happy Monday. A busy week of high school hoops is behind us, but we're still going to start our coverage on the hardwood. On Wednesday, Maine women's basketball kicks off their postseason play. They're looking to get back to that conference championship game. The Black Bears head into the America East tournament as the number 3 seed in the conference. So they will host at least a quarterfinal matchup, that is with Binghamton. Now, Maine is coming into the playoffs riding 2 straight wins, actually ending the season with a victory over the Bearcats. So look at them for the second time in 5 days on Wednesday, and they know they need to be better than they were Saturday to pull it out.
There were a lot of things that we need to improve on, mostly defensively, and I feel like these 2 days that we have, we'll really focus on those and come better prepared on Wednesday.
They have great guard play. Danae Bowman is one of the best players in the league, and then you have their freshman point guard who's playing really, really well, and they have great pieces. So they're a really good team. They play hard.
All right, now the Black Bears were without defending Conference Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year, Ann Simon, for much of conference play. But she has been back for these final 2 games of the regular season, averaging 18.5 over those 2. And while her presence was still felt on the bench, everyone, including Ann, is happy to have her back out on the floor.
It's amazing. I definitely miss it. I miss playing here in this gym and with the teammates. It's fun.
When she was injured, she was such a big part of this team. Like, she knows the offense inside and out. Just having her voice, like, it's different coming from a player than a coach, because she knows, like, how it works for us on the court. And having her back is just not only, like, her having almost 20 points when she came back her first game, but having, like, however many steals she had just defensively is just amazing to have.
Prior to her coming back, I can't remember a time we got a steal for a layup. You know, it's just things like that you forget that she can do, and just so strong and quick.
All right, wishing them some luck. Let's stay with some basketball now. Some real good regional tournaments this past week and some awesome championships on Saturday. So that leaves us with 20 teams left and 10 gold balls to be handed out. Let's check out those state matchups. We're going to start with the boys here, Class AA matchup between Portland and South Portland. That will be down in Portland at 8:45 p.m. on Saturday. Brewer and Falmouth play at 7:45 on Friday at the Augusta Civic Center. In Class B, Orono and Oceanside battle for that gold ball at 2:45 down in Portland on Saturday. And then Class C and D are in Bangor. The Class C matchup with Dirigo and Calais is at 8:45. And then Southern Aroostook and Forest Hills. That rematch will be played in the afternoon slate at 2:45. For the girls now, the AA game between Oxford Hills and Gorham. That's at 7 on Saturday in Portland. Lawrence and Brunswick battle at 6 p.m. at the Augusta Civic Center on Friday. Ellsworth takes on Spruce Mountain at 1 p.m. Saturday in Portland at the Cross Arena down there. And then the Class C final between Dexter and Old Orchard Beach is at 7 in Bangor, with the Class D girls game between Southern Aroostook and Seacoast Christian being played at 1 p.m. That is all. We'll have highlights for all of those games, but that is all the time we have for sports. Here is Conrad Sapinski with your full 5-day forecast. Conrad?
Thank you so much, Tyler. Happy Monday to you and everybody watching. Our main weather today is brought to you by Key Appliance. Sales and service for major brands including GE, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Speed Queen, and more. We hold the key to savings. All right, we have some increasing clouds out there right now, folks. This is ahead of another low-pressure system moving on in. It's going to be a very, very active week ahead, so get ready for a good amount of snow. Look at this low-pressure system. Caused some severe weather down south. Even Ohio had some tornadoes. Wow, can you believe that? It's middle of winter, and Ohio has some tornadoes right now. Of course, on the northern end, some very heavy snow. Wisconsin, Michigan, and then now into upstate New York, they're getting a lot of snow. This is going to be moving into our area. So our futurecast does show in the morning hours, maybe a couple of flurries, really picking up in intensity, especially into those afternoon hours tomorrow. And then it's going to continue to fall throughout the overnight hours on Tuesday, and then finally moving out by the morning hours on Wednesday. So it is going to be pretty much a 24-hour event. So big question, how much snow are we going to get? This is underdoing it slightly here in town. It's showing around 3 inches of snow. We're looking at possibly close to 5, even 6 inches of snow here in town, and a lot more snow down south, like at Waterville, 7+, and of course close to Portland, just north of Portland, where those winter storm warnings are in effect. Some places will get well over 6 inches of snow. Pockets of even close to double digits, so close to even 10 inches of snowfall. So like I mentioned, we do have some winter weather advisories here in town till around 9 a.m. on Wednesday, and some winter storm warnings till around 4 a.m. on Wednesday as well. That's just north of the Portland area where a good amount of snow will be piling up. Look at these temperatures, though. Wow, we haven't seen this in a very long time. Really mild air from the south made its way up. St. Louis in the 60s. Chicago, mid-50s. Wow, and then Ohio, same story. They actually had some tornadoes in Ohio earlier today with all those warm temperatures. We're not going to get any of those warm temperatures. The warm temperatures are pretty much going to be sticking around right about here, where New York City is, and just south of that. We are going to be pretty cold for tomorrow. Our average high should be around 35, so we're only going to be in the upper 20s with some snow in the area. Then a warm-up moves in Wednesday into Thursday. Same story, close to 40 degrees before slowly cooling back down by the weekend, back to slightly even below average temperatures by the weekend. Tonight, though, another chilly night. Temperatures are going to be hovering close to 11 degrees, mostly cloudy skies, so some increasing clouds will be continuing into the overnight hours. Tomorrow, the storm is arriving. We will have some snow in the area, some steadier snow in the afternoon hours. Temperatures below freezing, so everything will be sticking, and winds will start to increase out of the east at around 10 to 25 miles per hour. Our extended forecast outlook does show a very active weather pattern week ahead. Look at Wednesday, morning snow showers, then we start to clear, temperatures warm up. Okay. Thursday, though, another warm-up, snow possibly mixing with some rain into the day on Thursday. Then we're finally in the clear by Friday, ahead of another system moving in Friday night into Saturday. Beth and Peter?
It's definitely a messy week ahead for sure.
Absolutely, especially the next few days. And, it's a lot more to contend with when you have a rain-snow mix, I feel like. With snow, you really know what you're getting, especially with driving conditions.
Easier to dispose of as well.
Yeah, that too. So.
All right. Well, there is still more to come. Stay with us.
Tonight's Stock Report is brought to you by Maine Valve, with more than 30 years of experience across the state of Maine, providing top-quality real estate services.
I'm Phil Levesque, president of Levesque Business Solutions. We're a family-owned Maine business since 1963. We're your one-stop shop for great office products at affordable rates. From copiers to office furniture to PPE, we've got it all warehoused right here in Bangor. We're your local small Maine business with a dedicated staff providing honest and friendly customer service, top-of-the-line tech support, and the option of in-house leasing. Let us help you get back to business.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
Hi folks, this is Barry Gass of Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear in Orono. We've been in business since 1911, and our third-generation family-owned business can't wait to show you our unique line of Western wear and Western tack. We have Western boots, shirts, hats, belts, and buckles for the entire family, and Western tack from bridles to saddles and everything in between for your horse.
Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear, where the American West comes alive in Maine.
When your V-neck looks more like a U-neck, that's when you know it's half washed. Downy has 7 benefits that condition and smooth fibers, so clothes look newer, longer. Feel the difference with Downy.
The industry-first 2-in-1 removable agitator from Whirlpool gives you 2 ways to wash. Jeans, in. Sweaters, out. Towels, in. Comforters, out. You decide. Whirlpool.
Key Appliance, we hold the key to savings.
This week, the major winter storm making its way to the East Coast. Plus, are food, utilities, and gas bills about to go higher as families brace for more interest rate hikes? More Americans turn to the most watched program on television, World News Tonight with David.
Finally tonight, folks, take a look at this video from Fort Fairfield, certainly a memorable sight. Mandy DeWitt posted this video that she took at around 8 o'clock this morning, just riding down Fort Fairfield Road when she saw this group of buffalo escorting a school bus down the road. Now, this isn't the first time that this type of thing has actually happened, but it is most certainly a memorable sight, and you can bet whoever was riding on that bus got an eyeful as well. That is just not something you see every day.
Oh my gosh.
But beautiful. I mean, again, it's just such a cool thing to see.
And they are just such majestic beings too. So to see them up close like that must have been amazing for all of those.
I'm not sure I
viewers.
would have believed it at first sight.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's like, did I, wake
Am
up
I
in Narnia
seeing
or
that?
something?
I know. Did I see that
Yeah.
correctly? Yeah. No, I think I would have had to have taken a second look.
Yeah, but really cool that they took that video.
Yeah. Our thanks for snapping that video for sure.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, that is going to do it for us, folks. From everyone here at ABC7, take care and have a great rest of your night.
Good night, everyone.